if you're alive in the 21st century, chances are you have a lot of suppressed sacral energy. Now, the sacral is right here. It's the sex organs, it's the guts, it's the digestive system. It's all this shit down here that connects us to the physical world. And also, it's the part that gives us energy. It's sexual creative life force. And everyone is affected by this suppression of the external authority. The external authority, we could paint it as Big Brother or the government or oppressive mom and dad or overprotective boyfriend, girlfriend. You call it whatever you want. But the external authority is just the contrast to the internal authority. Because let's face it, not everything that's going on in your life you're in agreement with. Yeah? Can we be honest? Not everything in your life you're in agreement with. Some things in your life, your internal authority, something inside you is going, not that, not that. And it's specifically just going, It doesn't really have language. And that's why the brain kind of sucks at interpreting these signals. What I'm gonna do in this video is give you an opportunity to drop from here into here. To drop from the external authority and doing things that make other people happy or satisfied and dropping into what's actually going to make you satisfied. Before I jump into it, 70% of the population, this is going to be your strategy, meaning that you can just literally live life by following your gut and you will be satisfied. 30% of the population, that's not the case. If you want to figure out which part of the population you are, go to the link in my bio, ReikiMarco.com, generate yourself a body graph, and you're looking for this center right here. If that center is red and connected, it's defined, it's turned on, you're part of the 70%. Follow the gut. If it's undefined or white, you're either a manifestor, a projector, or a reflector. Still practice this, but understand that your sacral is not always going to give you information about you exclusively. It's always going to pick up on other people's sacral information. So this is the way this works. I'm just going to ask you some questions. All you got to do is respond, if it's true, if it's not true. You can go, you can go quietly under your breath. For some people, this is going to be harder than others. And please don't worry about getting every question right. Like if I ask a question, like, are you sitting down? And you go, but you are sitting down. Like, don't get hung up on that. This is about so much more than just getting these questions right. It's primarily about coming into contact with your sacral wherever you're at. However suppressed it is or however inflated it is, it's about being honest with your sacral, your creative and sexual energy. Take a deep breath and exhale. Are you holding your phone? Are you hungry? Were you up late last night? Do you remember your dreams? Do you feel emotional? Have you been on your phone for a long time? Do you like TikTok better than Instagram? Do you like Instagram better than TikTok? Do you miss anyone? Do you feel sad right now? Are you outdoors? Is it raining? Do you know what your human design is? Do you have a defined sacral? Do you have an undefined sacral? Do you feel more grounded after this practice? Is this something that you could practice regularly? Wonderful. Take a deep breath and let it out. That was fun. So let's talk about this. So everybody in their life has had the experience where their gut was lit up about something. You were excited about an orchestra or a movie or a song or a shirt or something. You were excited about something and somebody else just came along and said, that's stupid, or you're stupid for liking that or thinking that's cool, and suddenly deflated. What the mind has done in that situation is it said, okay, so it's not safe for me to want the things that I want. There must be something wrong with me. I should fix this so that the things that I want, I'm not going to be judged by other people. Now, this is a typical survival mechanism, okay? I'm going to change myself so that I can fit in and be safe. However, when it comes to being satisfied and making decisions that are correct for you, not having the sacral is like being out at sea and not having a compass. Okay? The sacral is the thing that's going to orient you towards, I have energy for this. This is true. This is correct for me. Or, whoa, definitely not correct for me. I'm not going anywhere near that. Your sacral is your guiding post. Now, for 70% of the population, these are going to be generators and manifesting generators. And if you don't know which one you are, just visit the link in my bio. These people, their strategy is to just wait and respond with the sacral. Let life happen to you and follow. Oh, come closer. Oh, definitely not. Follow the sacral, follow the gut, trust your gut. You've probably heard that before. They're talking about the sacral. Now, for the 30% of the population, projectors, manifestors, and reflectors, your sacrals are undefined. Reflectors, you're going to want to give yourself 28 days, long time to respond to something. Projectors, you're going to want to make sure that the response is actually an invitation, that there's some kind of recognition of your skill or talent in there, because you don't necessarily have a lot of energy to spare. And the manifestors, you're just here to inform people of the direction you're moving so that they can get out of the way before they get run over. Very different way of being than generators. However, these are not prison cells. This is not an attempt to limit you. This isn't an attempt to use human design to help break you out of the conditioning that you're in, because most people are conditioned to do the literal opposite of what's best for them. Once you're free of this conditioning, then you can start to make your own decisions rather than just doing the habitual thing that you've done since 3rd grade. So if you're ready to escape the matrix, if you're ready to get out of your cage and get into a bigger, nicer, newer cage that maybe you're not even aware is another cage yet, visit ReikiMarco.com and generate your body graph. There's $20 reports in there that will absolutely change your life, and it's not going to take you 3 years to read and digest, okay? It's something that you can go into, dive into, and start to get gold nuggets out right away.